Okay, hello, this is my Project 2 screencast. So right now here I have two structs, whole and allocation. Whole keeps track of free memory and allocation keeps track of the allocated memory. And then I have my global variables right here. And then for the constructor, it just sets the word size and what allocator function we use. The structure calls shutdown to release the memory. Initialize it caps the word count to 65,535 and uses shutdown to reset. It allocates a memory array using new unsigned character global total bytes, and then it clears the memory with memset, and it clears the vectors and pushes one large hole. For shutdown, it checks if there's memory that exists. If it does, it deletes it, and then it resets the pointer and clears all the lists and counters. Okay, so for allocate, it checks if memory exists and if the size is not 0. It converts the requested bytes into words. It calls the allocator function to find a starting offset. After the allocator returns an offset, it deletes the temporary list created for it. If the offset is invalid, it would exceed the limit, it returns 0. Next, it loops to check if a hole's start matches the offset, erasing that hole if it was an exact fit, or shrink it by moving it forward and reducing its length. It then pushes a new allocation into the global allocation to remember this block and to return the pointer, which points to the start of the allocated area. So in the free function, it checks the address and then computes the offset. It tries to find a matching allocation in the global allocation and then adds that region back into global holes. Then it sorts the holes, then merges all the adjacent ones. So set allocator just simply replaces the allocator function pointer, and in dump memory map, it opens the file using the POSIX call open. If it opens, it builds a string showing all the holes. After, it writes the file using the write command and then closes the file with close. And then for the get list, for the dump memory map, wait, I did that already. Yeah. For the get list, it builds an array of unsigned with a whole count, start, and length, and then the get bitmap creates a bit array using ones and zeros. Get bitmap calculates how many bytes are needed. So the first 2 bytes store the size of the bitmap. Then it marks all the used words as 1 and the free ones as 0. Each bit in the bitmap corresponds to 1 word of memory. And finally, here we have get word size, get memory start, and get memory limit. These are pretty much our getter functions. And then here we have our best fit and our worst fit. Best fit chooses the smallest hole that fits the request, and then worst fit chooses the largest hole. Now I will run this test. And a perfect 0. Thank you for watching.